Yeah, like the pavilion is almost conceived as a hybrid between a building and a piece of furniture. So we thought of trying to create a structure that in a very simple and effortless way creates a lot of different conditions. So it's essentially a wall that has been pulled apart to create a hall inside. It creates a gateway that becomes the entrance and creates this framed view of the Serpentine Gallery. But as it undulates within, it actually creates a big room. When you look in one direction, it's an orthogonal grid, like completely transparent. When you look in the other direction, it's like this sort of expressive, undulating curvilinear element, and that's kind of opaque. So it's trying to bring from the outside, you can see you can actually climb it and sit on it as this sort of informal landscape you can inhabit. Within, it's more like a cave or a canyon that provides shade and shelter. So it's trying to take as many different conditions and merge into a single gesture.
In this particular structure, each element has its own function. So each element, each brick corresponds to a given set of forces. So all the bolts, all the sizes, all the thickness are designed on a bespoke basis for every single one of them.
Part of the project, what makes the project very special is that it's a dialogue with sort of a bunch of other architects who you really respect from around the world. And then over there we've got William Kent, who 1734 built that structure. On the other hand, it's a larger exhibition beginning at Bjarke Ingels Pavilion, and then offers a visitor actually such a nice spectrum of what's going on in the world of architecture today and what went on before. I'm very happy just to have the chance to be included in it. It's just amazing. As a Londoner, to have your voice here is in a London park that everyone can come visit is just enough. Yeah, so I'm great. It's very happy to be part of this.
I think the success of the pavilions is that they become little experiments for the architects to play with formal or tectonic aspects of their work in a slightly more pure setting. Because you can say, as an architect, the blessing and the curse of the work we do is that we always operate in very specific existing conditions. So often the existing conditions or constraints actually overpower our expression, and therefore you can say where an artist exhibits inside a white cube, a neutral surrounding, so that it's their work that stands out. You can say the Serpentine Pavilion is almost like that. The small pavilion in the big park becomes more like a pure manifestation of some of the tectonic concerns of this or that architect. And in that sense, I think it's maybe more about the time. Maybe it's more about certain things that are of interest to this or that architect. But I think if you look at our pavilion, if you look at the other summer houses, I think you can definitely recognize the respective architects in their pavilions.